My name is Michael Rappaport. You are now watching us live on Facebook. We are at the United Center, a.k.a. the house that Mike built. I can't wait to get into we have all access to the players today. Unprecedented access. Layup line, locker room, all that. You don't get that anywhere else. I'm going to find some players right now while they're warming up and talk some crap. Come with me, come with me. Live, Facebook, right here. The Amityville Horror right here. Mike, how you feeling? You played in Chicago, am I right?
Yes.
What is your greatest memory about playing in the NBA when you were in Chicago?
Some of the greatest fans in the NBA, you know, as far as professional sports is concerned. You know, Chicago fans, they love all their sports, and they really come to support.
Now, listen, I like to see my guys with a little sheen. You got to get warmed up, Mike. Come on, man, get warmed up. Ryan Hollins. My man Ryan Hollins.
My hero.
We're heroes.
Hero.
Ryan, how you feeling about playing Big Three in Chicago?
I'm excited, man. This is nothing like it playing in front of a crowd. Great atmosphere. Everybody got to get out here. There's nothing like it, man.
All right, now, Ryan, listen, you're part of the media now. Where is LeBron going? Give me the inside scoop route. Forget what Wojciechowski has to say. Where is LeBron James playing basketball next season?
LeBron James, Paul George, Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers, how much do you want to give up for Kawhi? That's the question. Magic, the ball is in your court.
All right, get warmed up. All right, I'm out here with Carlos Boozer. Booze.
What's up, baby?
You had some great years with Chicago, young Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you a question. James Harden won the MVP. Okay, be real with me. Who's got a better beard, you or James Harden, the MVP right now? Keep it funky.
Congrats to James with the MVP, but I got the best beard.
What are you putting that puppy? You put like a little coconut oil? What do we do? Olive oil?
Little juices and berries, coming to America style.
Let's go, Booze.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, I'm here with Steven Jackson, Action Jackson, El Capitan. We're live on Facebook. I'm with the captain. Cap, how you feeling? You guys took a L last week. You're putting in work. You share it all on social media. What are the Killer Threes going to do to bounce back? What are you going to do, Captain?
Well, just got to play smarter, play a little harder this game. You can't get down in this league. We got down to 11 early last game against Baron Davis and some great players. So we just got our focus today is to come out, try to play hard from the jump, and then we'll figure it out and try to squeeze the win out.
Now, how you feeling about that cryotherapy life? I know you were at the cryo. How you feeling? How your joints feeling? Are you still cold?
Man, I feel good. I wish I could have done cryo. You know what I'm saying? When I was playing, I'd probably still be in the NBA, but that's something that Al Harrington turned me on to. It definitely works.
El Capitan. All right, come with me. Come on, guys. We got a bunch of players, got a bunch of fans. We got LL Cool J. LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anyone, I don't care who you tell. I excel, they all fell. Want to go to hell, Double L will rock the bells. LL Cool J first. A lot has been going on in hip-hop battle rapping.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it with LL Cool J. And any of you young guys that forgot, do not step to Cool J.
Okay.
LL Cool J's big three battle rappers of all time. Now, you did it from way back. You were inspired by dudes all way back. Who would be your big three battle rappers of all time, excluding yourself?
Well, I mean, you know, love Murder Mook. You know what I'm saying? Murder Mook, you know, true battle rapper. You know, Mo D is, you know, he's the brain, the big, check out the big brain on Brett, you know what I mean, with Mo D. And, you know, Cannabis gets busy, you know, them three.
Now, what would you do, what would it take for somebody to, talk greasy to make you come out of battle rap retirement?
They would have to replace all the money I'm making, so I waste my time on that.
Cool J, LL Cool J. Come on, Cool J.
I'm messing with you. You know what? I mean, you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, check me out, Rock the Bells. I mean, you never know what can happen.
You don't want it with Cool J. You don't want it. All right, thank you.
No.
My man, come on, man. LL Cool J, my co-star in Deep Blue Sea. Brian, what do you got for me? We're here in Chicago, the house that Michael built.
Listen, I ain't got nothing. I want no problems with Uncle L. You know what I'm saying? We are in Chi-Town, the Windy City. It's week 2 of the Big Three, and we got a couple of teams looking for their first victory of the season. The Ghost Ballers taking on the Killer Threes. Hello, everyone watching here on Facebook. Brian Custer alongside my partner, the All-American Jim Jackson. So week 2 here of the Big Three. We got a couple of teams looking for their first win. What has Jim Jackson got his eye on tonight?
It's all about the guards. I mean, it's just like the NBA guards dominate. In this game in particular, especially last week, Mike Bibby, Mike James, both held scoreless. They got to score the basketball. In order for these teams to get off the snide and win a game, these two guys have to shoot the ball well, distribute, but also be leaders.
Well, let's take a look at the rosters of both of these squads. Now, when you talk about the Ghost Ballers, they're led by Ricky Davis. He's the league's leading scorer. He had 21 last week. And as far as the Killer Threes, well, they've got Meta World Peace playing in the Big Three for the first time this year. Hey, he had 12 points in his Big Three debut last week. Steven Jackson, you heard from him. He's the captain. He had 10 points and 5 boards. Both of these squads looking for their first victory. Ricky Davis, 21 points, 5 rebounds. He had 2 assists. He averaged 14. Carlos Boozer made his Big Three debut just last week. Nearly had a double-double, 15 and 7. And Mike Bibby trying to get off the snide. He went 0 for 3, as Jimmy pointed out.
He said he got some rest. He had his family in town here in Chicago, so he didn't hang out as much, so he got some rest. But, you know, Killer Threes is important. Last year they started off slow, couldn't win the first couple of games. And it seems like it's also on to start right now. But Carlos Boozer recognizing on the turnover that he can go right back up. That's one of the adjustments we see him make early. Last week he was a little hesitant. That time went straight back up.
Here's Alan Anderson. Rebound to Meta World Peace. Here's the kick out to Action Jackson Steven. He misses.
Play ball. Let's go, shoot it.
Ricky Davis threw it away. Alan Anderson makes him pay with the mid-range.
Yeah, and part of the issue, too, with Killer Threes, when Chauncey didn't play last year, they didn't have a playmaker. That's why Mike James, his role is so important. Yes, scoring the ball, but also trying to figure out ways to get his teammates some easy shots.
Ricky Davis lost it. Steven Jackson puts it right up and in.
Man, that's one way you can put the ball in the hoop, play defense, create opportunities, especially if you don't hit the rim. Now you can score easily before the D gets set.
Davis, no good.
Shoot it. What you waiting on?
This match.
Alan Anderson, turnaround on Bibby. No good.
Come on, let's go. Don't wait for him. You got it.
Here's Steven Jackson. Too strong.
Stay down. Don't reach. Stay down.
That one's strong as well.
Stay down. Let him shoot it.
Here's
Let him
Boozer
shoot it.
from the
You
corner.
can't make that shot. He never take one.
Later, go get Rick.
A lot of three-point shots right now. And here's the thing, you can't fall in love with it. I think the 3-on-3, if you open, you got it. But you got an opportunity to get a lot of two-point baskets, like right there, to kind of get yourself in the rhythm. I think the three-point shots are going to open up once you make the defense honor you to get inside and get some points. And Carlos Boozer, he's been able to do this his whole career. Has knocked down that 18-foot jump shot.
Here's Alan Anderson. Another miss. They go right to Booz at the high post. Turnaround. Back heel to the rim. Here's Mike Bibby.
That's your ball.
Yeah, Mike.
Bibby drives. Missed the layup.
Move the ball. Move it.
Alan Anderson thinks about it. In and out.
Sometimes those are the toughest shots, B. Got too much time to think, like you said. Instead of just relaxing, catching, letting it go.
3 threes. We don't need that.
Boozer
Boy, all of them look like they're tired.
will go to the line.
Can we get a sub?
Here's Charles Oakley, head coach of the Killer Threes. We had a couple of substitutions.
Get red, come on.
Lee Nalon and
Get a blow, get a blow, get a blow.
Marcus
blow.
Banks
Get a blow.
will check in.
on,
Ricky
let's go.
Davis will have a seat. So will Mike Bibby.
Mike James is in the game. You said you had a conversation with Mike about him not scoring.
You know, Mike James
Block out.
certainly went 0 for 6 last week, but he said, you know, I've been coaching with the Rockets. And when I'm coaching, I play with the guys in the Rockets. I play with these guys. I usually defer. I pass a lot. And he goes, that's kind of what I did in week 1. I found myself passing instead of being the aggressive Mike James that I'm usually in.
Well, last year, Mike, when he was with
There you
Tri-State,
go, Mark, get in
he
it.
put up a
Get
lot
in
of
it,
shots.
Mark.
You know, and sometimes you want to be a distributor, but I think with this team, he has to be way more aggressive and looking for a shot.
Like that. Steven Jackson knocks down the three.
Come
Yeah,
get
we
it,
don't have to worry
Marcus.
about Jack not being aggressive looking for a shot. He was never shy when he played, and most doubtedly he's not at all shy here. So Carlos Boozer knocked down another two.
Jackson has the first three of the night. Here's Mike James, and there's the aggressive Mike James.
I like that. Turn the corner. See, once you get open to a 3-on-3, the
going under,
side
Mark.
guy is lifted. You don't have backside help. So layups can come a lot in this scheme if you just take your time, lift up the weak side.
In the Boozer.
Go before the shot. Before the shot. No. Before the shot.
And there you can see the foul on Mike James, the hold. They're trying to basically say that it came before the shot.
And good foul. I mean, right before Booz was able to get it up, Mike smartly wrapped him up.
Talk. Stay with him.
They're going back to Boozer. Back to the turnaround. Jackson lays it in. You can do that with the air ball. If it touches the rim, you got to clear it.
Let's go. You gotta talk, man. Keep talking. Come on. Open up. Go reach.
Meta World Peace with the steal.
Go get Boo.
Jack. Wait, no.
Jackson
Get in there.
misses the three.
Stay down. Stay down. Talk.
Banks
Come on, let's go.
short.
Go. There you
Steven
go.
Jackson drives it in, knocks down the short
Come on, let's
jumper.
go.
Let's go courtside to Michael
I got to
Rappaport.
stop people.
All right, I'm down here courtside. Listen, Facebook, any questions you have for me, send them in. I'll answer them all. The first question was, who do I see as an early season MVP? Well, last week, I think the MVP of the week was Nate Robinson. So if Tri-State keeps going, I think he's going to be a problem. Baron Davis, Jermaine O'Neal. Right now out here, I think Steven Jackson is always a problem. I'm waiting for Meta World Peace to wake up. But I think right now the reigning leader for MVP has got to be Rashard Lewis. Guys, what do you think?
Jim?
Well, starting off last week, you got to give, I think, the most entertaining to Big Baby Davis.
Right.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
I mean, infectious the way he plays, but Rashard had a tough week last week.
Yeah.
Not indicative of what we saw last year, but I'm sure he'll get it together. But Baron Davis, I think, may, as well as anybody, maybe be a hot pick for, player of the year.
Oh, without question. In his debut, he had 17 and 9. The killer threes on an 8-0 run right now, thanks to Mike James, who was scoreless last week, but has already got 4 points.
Well, you talk about last week's performance too. How about Reggie Evans? 17 points, 14 rebounds. Offensively, you don't expect that from Reggie, but it looked like he went back in the gym over the summer and worked on that 15-foot jump shot. Teams were giving it to him. He said, all right, you'll give it to me, I'm going to make you pay. So it paid dividends for him last week with the double-double. So an improvement on that on his end.
He was Big Three Player of the Week as well.
That's right.
Here's the Iceman.
Got to
Hall
bring
of
them out
Famer in
in.
charge of the Ghost Ballers, and Ghost Ballers fell by 2 to the three-headed monsters just last week. And
You in the block. They give it to you. You ain't no post-up player. Don't ask for it, okay?
Mike Bibby is checked back in. Anderson drives. Missed it. They swing it to Action Jackson. That three is too strong.
Don't let it post you. Stay down.
Bibby thought about the 4.
Stay down. Let's stay there.
Here's Nalon working on Anderson.
Let's go, Jack. Give it to him. Take it, Mike.
Help.
Steven Jackson misses.
Where you go?
Stay down. That's good job.
You wait.
Block out.
Nalon,
Let's go, Mike.
too strong. First team at 25. We go to the half. Mike James.
Hit the rim. That's all right.
I need to close the door.
Well, I mean, what we're seeing now, too, we're seeing a lot of one-on-one. Normally, you would see a lot more pick and roll, a lot more backdoor cutting. Thus, you'll be a little bit more efficient when you're shooting the ball. Right now, it's almost like catch, isolate, and shoot.
Go. You got it by
Now, that puts
yourself.
a lot of pressure on the player to do that, but I like the ball movement a lot better. Nice little jump shot exploited the height right there with Allen Anderson over Mike Bibby. But in 3-on-3, if you move it quickly, set picks, you're going to get open shots.
Stay down, Mike. Stay down.
Here's Ricky Davis. Turns.
Come on. Let's go.
Misses.
Come on. Get the ball.
Near steal. Anderson Anderson, that's short. Follows his own shot, good hustle.
Hey, Mike.
Go get leading, bro. Come on, Lee.
Steven Jackson off to a good start. We know he can score, he plays defense. One thing he can do, he's going to hustle. He's going to use that energy. He's going to compete. And right now, this is what Killer 3 needs right now, is a guy that's going to do a little bit of everything. And Steven is a guy that can score in the post, he can step out and shoot the three, but more importantly, he competes every time he's on the court.
Said he's definitely going to get after it today. Went 4 of 12 last week. Wow. Here's Meta World Peace for 4. Got it.
Let's go. Keep in front of you.
Killer 3, 4 points away from going to the half.
Good D. Oh, that's good D.
There you go.
Wondering when this would happen. The first attempt, and Meta calmly catches, squares up.
Rick on the
Go
side.
check me. I'm going to make you pay for it.
Killer 3's on a 14-0 run right now.
See the ball.
Mike Bibby.
Get out. Oh, shit.
Inside the Boozer, he lost it. Ron Artest could have put it up. Swings it out to Mike James. That's still Ron Artest, still kind of learning the league and the rules.
It takes a minute because you're not used to playing 3-on-3 like this.
Rick, hey, Rick.
You get air ball, you can take it up, but in your mind, it's always you got to take it out
back
and clear.
Yep, exactly.
But then that just comes, it's continuity, even with the teams. You have new players, you got to figure out where guys like the ball, where they want it in certain positions. Same thing about running the route. I mean, it's going to take 3, 4, 5 games for the new guys to kind of really get accustomed to it.
Here's Ricky Davis. He's got 5 on the shot clock. Just a 14-second shot clock. Davis with 1. And it rolls in. 11-point lead, Killer 3s.
Go to the mic, go to the mic, go to the mic.
They hit a 4, we go to the half. Here's Mike James. The kick out to Ron Artest, or also Meta World Peace.
Stay down.
Go get it, Rick. Go get it.
Get over. Don't worry about that, get over.
In the Boozer, back to Bibby. Tried the and 1, can't get it.
Well, and that's why it's tough to double team too. Smartly, Mike Bibby, what you do? You pass it, double team, you cut back door. Boozer saw the play coming all the way, and that's what I'm saying. In 3-on-3, you don't have backside help. So if you give it up and cut, if they even look like they're going to double team, cut back door. You have an opportunity to receive the pass to get a layup.
Mike Bibby spent 14 years in the NBA. Some of his biggest years with those Sacramento Kings.
I was with him. I mean, 02, playing with him. Bobby Jackson in the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. Just calling the Smurf.
Let me tell you something. Now look at it. Now that's how I remember. Little Mike.
What about the guy on the left there? That's Big Mike.
That's a good dude right there. You know what? We talk about the Golden State Warriors and their versatility, their smarts, their unselfish play. But that was our Sacramento team back in 02.
Y'all were a scoring machine. Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac.
So many options, but yet still high IQ players. Vlade Divac, Chris Webber, and guys really enjoy seeing that backdoor pass. Again, the backdoor pass to cut basket. Guys really enjoy playing together. That made me have, I kind of lost a little love for the game up until that point, but playing with Sacramento brought all of it back.
All of a sudden, we're going back and forth now. Killer 3's just 2 points away from the half.
As a Killer 3s, you don't want to give up momentum. Right now, you're really dominating ghost ballers, and that's what you want to take into halftime.
That one rims out. Bibby in the Boozer. Count it.
Hey,
Ghost ballers chipping away.
Well, it was a quick decision. Mike clears it. Booz seals inside, and now you got a quick pass. There's no way the defense can recover.
All right. Up and go.
So they
up
should
and under.
kind of flip that note right there, keep it in their game plan, and use that more often to try to exploit the defense and get some easy baskets.
Black ball.
4-point lead.
Come on, defense.
Come get it.
Defense, send it that way.
What I tell you?
That way.
Here's Ricky Davis.
Stay down. Don't reach.
Nearly lost it.
Switch it. Good
Bibby
thing.
with 4 on the shot clock. In the Boozer on the roll. And he
letting them know about it, too.
Bibby clears it. Here's Ricky Davis. Ghost Ballers on an 11-2 run. In the boozer again. Knocked away.
Well, I think Booz was reliving some of his younger days when he wanted to go up and dunk it. In between, should I dunk it? Should I lay it up? And when you had some kind of confusion like that, guess what happened? Took it off a little bit, might have missed.
Give me something, Red.
Big empty. Shot clock at 3.7 seconds.
No, get off the ball.
Now they set it.
Hey, Mike, go to the ball. Alex, make him go to the, make him go over. Make him
5
go that
seconds
way.
on the shot
Give me
clock.
a good one.
Stay down, stay down, stay down.
Good defense.
Ricky Davis. That was nearly knocked out of his hands into the basket.
Move the ball.
Allen Anderson, the kick out. Meta World Peace. Missed it. Anderson got it. And we go to the half with the killer threes. Up 6, 25-19 over the Ghost Ballers.
Well, again, it's killer threes. I thought was very important for them mentally to come out and establish the tempo in which they wanted to play. They started off more one-on-one, but as we got later into that first half, the backdoor cuts, layups enabled them to take the lead, keep the lead at halftime.
All right, let's go on to the court. Here's Michael Rappaport.
All right, I'm here, Facebook Live. I'm answering all your questions. I got a few I'm going to rattle off. My guy Panama said, Rappaport, when are you suiting up? It's never happening, okay? The only reason why it's not happening is because this is for professional basketball players. Jimmy said that even though Trilogy lost last week, are they still favorites to win the championship? And I have to say yes. In order to be the best, you have to beat the best. They took an L the first week. I think it's good. I think it's humble. I think it'll sharpen them up. In my opinion, Trilogy is still the favorite to win it all. Troy, who do I think will win the championship this season? You know, it's too tough to say. Like I said, Trilogy is still the toughest team, although they lost last week. Al Harrington didn't play. He's their MVP besides Rashad McCann, so we'll see what's going on with them. Brent, how do I feel about them not having to take the ball back when they shoot air balls? That's the way we do it in the park. I have no problem with it. I think that these guys are used to it. And I think as soon as you do it once, it brings back old memories of playing 3-on-3. So I think it's a good rule. I think it's an exciting rule. And, you know, I'm down here. I got the guy who started this all, Ice Cube. How you feel about being the United Center, the house that Michael built?
Oh, man, it's amazing. You know, just looking up, seeing the banners, seeing all the fans here that's excited. Big-time basketball fans, man, I'm happy to be here.
Now, you are a lifelong Kobe Bryant and Los Angeles Laker fan. Kobe, Michael, you gotta pick one. Both of them in their prime. Ice Cube, who do you pick?
I picked Kobe because he played for the Lakers.
Pick Kobe. Hey, guys, what do you think? Who do you pick? Thank you, Cube.
I love you, Q. But nah, partner. Nah.
Hey, when in Rome, bro, we're in Chicago,
man. Listen, I don't care if you was on the moon. Okay. I feel you, but nah.
You got that Jumpman on his shoes and on his uniform. Even Kobe wore the Jumpman.
I love the loyalty, but you want to keep it 100? It's MJ. And I love Kobe, playing with Kobe. I mean, the best thing closest to Michael Jordan is Kobe Bryant, but there's only one Mike.
Well, you see the killer threes. They will begin the second half here with the lead, thanks in part to Steven Jackson. He's got 9 points. And for the Ghost Ballers, Carlos Boozer, 9 points, 5 rebounds. As we take a look at the Big Three standings here, week 2, and the Threes Company, that's a team with Baron Davis now. People say, hey, maybe they can win. Power's a lot better.
The thing I like about Power, one, Corey Maggette is back. He's healthy. He had 17 points. You got Catino Mobley that can score.
Yes.
Big Baby Davis. Okay. Chris Anderson does all the
Yes.
little work. And now you got Quentin Richardson coming in that can also score. So to me, Power maybe quietly. You see, nice little jump shot by Booz. Quietly, Power may be the team with the most weapons and the right pieces that can win it.
It's a nice move by Meta World Peace. Went with the crossover. Talking about Quentin Richardson, Chicago's own.
It is. See the crossover. We didn't see the first part, but Bulls on the slap down. Meta able to get himself to the free throw line. And keep in mind, one free throw,
1 for 2.
Make it to the jumper.
You know, back in the day in the league, it used to be 3 for 2. In the NBA. So you have 3 chances at the free throw line to get 2.
Stay down.
I know you're a little young.
Don't be
Well,
moving.
you're young.
You have your hand in
But
there.
it was 3 for 2 back in the day.
There
Just a
you
little
go.
trivia. You learn something every broadcast. Keep that in your hip pocket just in case you need it.
Thank you, James.
No problem. Oh, James. Oh,
Come on,
now we
hey.
get
Ball in.
my mother don't even call me James.
Oh, yeah.
4-point lead for the Killer Threes. Hey, listen, somebody call me James. I'm in trouble. that's too formal. There's something going on.
Oh, let's go. Take it out. Let's go.
They tie him up. And they called him for a walk, which he didn't like.
Go to Jack.
But it's the Killer Threes now. Keep in mind, first team to 50 wins it. You got to win by 2. Here's Allen Anderson from distance. Missed it.
Right corner. Go corner. Don't reach, bro. Stay behind him. Don't reach.
Into
Stay
Boozer.
behind him.
Boozer.
Hey,
Missed it. And Meta World Peace lays it right up and in.
Yeah, I think
good D.
Meta
Come on.
got away with a
Beat
little
them three. Let's go. Come
slap on the elbow.
Come on, stay in it.
Let's go.
Stay in
Come
it.
on.
Stay in it,
That
Rick.
caused that
Beat it,
turnover.
Jack.
But listen,
Get ready,
official
get
don't
ready.
call it.
Get
Yeah,
ready,
not a
boy.
foul. You pick it up.
Get ready.
Score.
Ricky Davis to drive.
Get it back.
Come on. Go ball.
Let's take a look. It's a
Come on.
good
Go
D.
ball. Let's go.
That's how you get it back.
It's a little contact there, but I don't think not enough for the official to call it. Bulls didn't like it.
That's how you get it back, Rick.
Run, that's you.
Listen, these rules a little bit different. A little hand checking.
Well, you know what, though? I like the fact that, one, you can still play a little physical. Last year, early on, the officials also had to make adjustments to physicality, when to call a foul, when to kind of let some go. You're going to have some contact with these guys. So the officials, I think, are doing a good job of deciphering which really is a foul, which really is not.
Here's the kick out the Meta World Peace. Here's Mike Bibby.
Stay down.
Boozer.
Oh.
In and out.
Let's go.
Take that one.
Flare.
By yourself, Rick. By yourself. By yourself.
5 on the shot clock for Allen Anderson. In and out for him. Here's Ricky Davis. Double pump.
Go. Move the ball. Keep taking the first three.
Beautiful. Carlos Boozer lays it in.
Well, that time Allen Anderson didn't get back on defense after he shot the shot. Mike Bibby quickly inside.
We'll be heads up, Mike.
Well, every Friday night, Facebook will be your exclusive home to the first game of the Big Three. Now, next week, we travel to the home of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors, Oracle Arena in Oakland. It's the site. All comes your way next Friday, July 6th. We are live, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Facebook. Back to the court. Michael Rapp, what you got?
I am on the court. I am the roving reporter of the Big Three. I'm taking all Facebook questions. I got a guy named Al. He says, does Mike Bibby look even bigger than in person? Mike Bibby, I call him Mike Diesel. He looks big. He looks definitely bigger than he did with the Kings. He's in shape. He's working hard. A guy named Wright has asked me, which team's jersey do I think looks the best? I gotta say the Killer Threes. It reminds me of the old Pittsburgh Steelers jerseys with my man Jack Lambert, Terry Bradshaw, Rocky Blyer, and the great Franco Harris. Jimmy, what do you think? What's your
Loving
favorite
it,
jersey?
baby. Come on, Killer Threes.
Come on, man.
Steeler Nation.
I was going to say, this is a Steeler fan you're talking to, Rapp. You
Steeler
know
Nation.
that.
He knows that, too.
That was a
Come on.
layup.
You know they retired the Bumblebee jerseys this now? Last year was the last year they're playing it.
Thank goodness.
What? You didn't like them?
No. Mike James misses the
Come on,
three.
man. It's mesmerized opponents. Man.
Boom. And one.
Once again, you clear it. Bulls post up. Quick pass, quick decision, you get a shot. But how about at halftime the adjustment George Gervin and Ghost Ballers made. Now they're attacking a lot more, a lot quicker decisions with the ball. Hence, got an opportunity right now to take their first lead.
Carlos Boozer now with 15. The rest of the Ghost Ballers have a total of 12.
We keep riding. I mean, Boozer is getting position inside. Why not ride the big horse inside? If it's a double team that comes, he's shown the ability to pass out of it. So I would keep going to him.
1 point lead now for the Ghost Ballers. Here's Steven Jackson. Action Jackson getting warm.
Let's see if Steven can get hot. Gonna need some of that scoring right now, but what Killer Threes do need too is some defensive stops, which they've not had since the beginning of the second half.
Bibby. Short. Kick out. Jackson. Mike James. Missed the bunny. Meta World Pieces of Thief. And drops it down to Mike James.
But that's something that Ron can do through, I mean, Meta through his career. He didn't strike you as a great defensive player, maybe not first, second, but he always had quick hands, anticipation to come up with some key steals, just as he did that last possession.
There's Ricky Davis doing what he does best. Score that basketball.
Yeah, he loves that pull-up. 2 dribbles, going right, you go left.
This is a good matchup here. Davis. Jackson. Advantage. Jackson.
Guzzo. You know, Steven still at this point, when he goes out to LA, works at Fox, he still goes over to UCLA and jumps in to run the current NBA players.
Carlos Boozer with a double-double.
Well, Carlos putting in work. I mean, it's going to take him a minute to kind of get his legs up underneath him, but I said from last week to this week, you'll see an improvement, and we're seeing that right now because he's a lot more comfortable, but his teammates are finding him in spaces now that he can operate.
Ryan Hollins throws that one away. Ricky Davis makes him pay.
What they tell you, even in this, sometimes when you save the ball under your basket, make sure you get it to your teammate.
Jackson, the basket.
Well, let's see, they're arguing about if they were able to clear the ball back and then attack. That's what Ghost Ballers are talking about right here.
You can hear them arguing. They've got to check the ball. That's exactly what the Ghost Ballers are arguing about. And the bait rule that the basket is good, is what the officials say. Say they cleared it, the basket's good.
Who's saying it? Let's go. Give him a tag. You got to check the ball. Give him a tag. Come on, Ray. Come on, let's go, man. Let's go. Ray, let's go. Let's go. Ray, let's go. We got to deal with it.
Steven Jackson will go to the line, try to complete the three-point play. His Killer Threes up 4.
Well, this is what the official right now, they made the call. I know Ricky Davis wants to argue it, but they got to keep the pace of play going. They made the call, move on.
No, you stop. Chief, everybody know the rules. You got to check the damn ball. Let's go.
5-point lead. Here's Michael Rappaport courtside.
All right, very competitive. Very physical game going on out there. Facebook questions, keep them coming. I'm answering all the good questions. Jay asked, who else would I like to see in the big three? There's rumors of Rip Hamilton, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. I'd like to see all those guys. John asked me, what did I think about Rashad McCants calling everyone out on his dead meat list? Listen, you can make all the lists you want, but you got to back it up. Trilogy took the L last week, and there are no guarantees in basketball. There are no guarantees in the big three. Brian, you know about guarantees, right?
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee we're going to have one heck of a night here. Steven Jackson's got 20. fact, he scored the last 9 points for the Killer Threes. They've got an 8-point lead. And here's Lee Nalon to the line. He knocks down 1 for 2. 6-point lead now. First team to 50. Wins it, you got to win by 2. Here's Jackson from distance. Steven Jackson's hot as fish grease right now. He's got 23.
Come on, Rick. Come on, finish it. No foul, Mike. By yourself, no foul.
Marcus Banks to kick out to Ricky Davis. That's short.
Come on, Ryan, pick and roll.
Let's see if they get it to Jackson.
See what? Mike, we went over
Listen,
that.
we talk about Bulls getting busy. My cousin, old Steven Jackson, right now, 23 points,
You didn't wait.
4 3-pointers. Again, a motor that never stops.
I know. I told you.
I mean, a lot of guys talk about it, but Steven, throughout his career, always gave you maximum effort. There's no different out here with the big 3.
14 of those points have come here this half as Lee Nalon
Oh, we need somebody in possession. Let's go.
gets that one in the paint.
Right there. Move out, Ryan. Move out.
Mike James, Holland, pick and roll. Brian Holland.
Good ball. That's how you play, Mike. Good play. Make the free throw.
In the pick and roll, it's so difficult to guard, especially now Steven Jackson is up top. You can't help off. You don't have backside help, so if you don't trap the pick and roll, it's a free reign, free pass, and that time, excellent execution. Hollins to the free throw line.
Brian Holland tried to jump that. Missed the free throw. Here's Mike James for 3. Here's Holland.
Stack, putting in work. Like I said, 4 of 8 from the 3-point line, little mid-range jump shot. Able to absorb the contact and get to the free throw line and say, Mom, look at me, I'm on TV.
7-point lead. Here's Mike James, the kick out. Jackson.
Why not? Why
He can't be stopped. Steven Jackson. He's got 26 killer threes, 4 points away from victory.
Good job, Dak. Good job. Oh, he can't touch. Good D. Let's go.
I like the response, though. Killer threes started off slow, beginning of the second half. Those ballers kind of had them back on their heels, but they settled back in. And what they do, Brian, they were able to get defensive stops, which allowed them now to get the ball in Steven Jackson's hands to finish the deal on the offensive end.
Jackson is 5 of 9 from distance. The rest of the killer threes, 0 of 15.
Come on, let's end this shit. End it. Good job.
I mean, is
Go
that
ahead.
good?
Hey, Ryan, you out, Ryan. Ryan, you out.
Check.
Come on. Who you talking to? What you mean? What are you talking about?
Here's Boozer, knocks down the free throw.
What you playing? Okay, with my put you in, you won't never play. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dribble.
Don't say shit to me.
Come here, Marcus.
Okay, so what?
Here's Mike Bibby. Into Boozer. Lost it. Artest.
And again, you thought about it. Everybody told him, and Steven Jackson is telling Meta right now, bro, turnover, layup, missed shot, you don't hit the rim, take it inside. You can take it back up, and he started laughing when he got away. For our viewers at home, it's a little conversation going on the bench right now between Ryan Hollins and Charles Oakley. Yeah, Hollins trying to walk it off a little bit.
Play, what are you talking about? You play NBA, you have, what, 3 minutes a game? Now you playing 10 minutes. Okay then, play your game.
Charles Oakley giving him that hard truth, huh?
Well, you know, as much as you really want to argue, if you're a player with Oak, you really don't want to argue.
Right, yeah.
If you're a player arguing with Oak.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So say your piece and let it go.
How you feeling, Rick?
Lock out.
Boozer
Come on, man. Come on, man.
knocks down the free throw. They've chipped away. It's 6 now.
Man.
Again, now you got
Go to that side.
Banks and also Bibby that can knock down long-range shots. It only takes a couple of possessions, Brian.
Carry the ball.
Here's
He carried
Boozer.
the ball. Oh, come on. Why the free throw? Then the penalty. Why
That's what I'm talking about.
So now Boozer, you see the killer threes as Oakley's complaining. He said, why are you reaching? We're in the penalty. That means that Boozer can make this free throw and they get possession of the basketball.
Well, and that's the beauty of the rule, is that now you get penalized too if you're the defensive team. That takes away some intentional foul. You get to the free throw line, now you get a chance to convert to retain possession. So you got to be smart on defense, especially late game situations, not to give that opportunity to your opponent.
Boozer on a personal 6-0 run. Marcus Banks showing off the handle. Drops, lays it in. Oh, Marcus Banks.
Again, taking advantage of the rule. Scored, get it back from the free throw line. Now, Banks able to go one-on-one, knowing he had the quickness on Metta World Peace, kind of just setting him up. Baseline was wide open. Weak side help couldn't get there. Again, when you have shooters on the court like Mike Bibby, and even Carlos Boozer, who can stretch the defense, it's hard to leave the weak side to come in to try to take away that layup.
Oh, you coming to get you, Bill? Bill, what he coming to get you? Come.
2-point lead for the killer threes. That lead was double digits just a couple of minutes ago.
Make the side. Don't worry about it. Make the side.
But thanks to an 8-0 run, it's now just 2. Steven Jackson's got 26. But hasn't gotten a shot up here in a little bit.
Hey, Rick, I need you. Right.
Post
Rick,
up,
I
Dave.
need
Post
you.
up. You all right?
Good job by the officials going to check to confirm whether or not killer threes are in the penalty.
Let's see if they get it to Jackson. He's working on Banks. He's got a mismatch. The turnaround.
Oh, no!
And there's the foul.
Yeah, Marcus Banks doesn't like it, Brian, but on that turnaround, the last thing you want to do is kind of bail Steven Jackson. I know you can't block the shot. You do want to challenge him, but that time Marcus Banks just a little bit too aggressive. Right here, look on the elbow.
Yep.
I mean, clearly a foul. Jack at the line.
Coming off.
Got it. So now the killer threes retain possession. They can win it with a basket. And they say they discuss whether or not the ghost balls are in the penalty. And if the killer threes retain possession.
No, you don't get the ball. You don't get the ball. You don't get the ball. You ain't in the bonus. We get the ball. Goal ball.
Both teams have 5+ fouls, so
they're in the bonus
situation.
There you go. So now the killer threes inbounding with a chance to win it. Looking for their first victory of the season. Here's Allen Anderson, Ricky Davis. Allen Anderson can go to the line.
One shot.
Get it off.
And there, Allen Anderson knocks it down. And the killer threes get their first victory of the season as they knock off the Ghost Ballers by 6. 50 to 44. Thanks to Steven Jackson. He had 28 points. 19 of those came in the second half. We've got 3 big games coming up on Fox, so make sure you tune in. For Jim Jackson, Michael Rappaport, I'm Brian Custer. We'll see you on Fox.